Commence primary ignition.
What's up, guys? I'm Emily Swallow. If you're looking at this, you're watching the Virtual Cantina Network. This is the way.
This totally is the way. I love that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is totally the freaking way. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last episode of the month of movies we are thankful for. And this is... You filmed that promo, Mr. Notman. You are awesome, sir. We missed you. We're glad that you're doing well. But yes, we are doing this for a reason. Because we do everything for a reason. Now,
at least we like you to think that.
Yes. We like you to think that we have a method to our madness. And our method to our madness is the fact that, well, Dave, what's happening tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern?
Arbor Day. No. Rosh Hashanah? No. Let's see. Taxes are due. No. Oh, I know. There's a thing for that, the groups that we belong to with the deals, the stuff. Like that thing right there.
Yes. That thing right there. You got it, dude. Yes, tickets go on sale for Family Vacation 2 tomorrow on our page at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And we're very excited about that. But, you know, there should be a banner like going streaming right here because one of our moderators did not attach something.
A thing with the people, with the stuff.
Oh. Scooby. I know. Well, Scooby, glad to see you there. But yes, tickets go on sale for Family Vacation 2. And what I can tell you is that you have an idea of what we're going to do. But you really have no idea what is going to happen on this. Now, here's the funny thing. It's actually hilarious, and it's in capacities. The first time I physically met my cohort over there was at Family Vacation 1.
Yes.
And we've not been able to get rid of him since.
No. Like, okay, if Jamie is the like stray cat or whatever of that you fed, what am I? I'm like the like donkey that just showed up in your yard. Sorry, that happens at my house. That doesn't happen at everybody's house. I don't know. But no, the first Family Vacation in Orlando in Disney World, amazing family vacation. People still talk about it. We were like family members just there. We had like a mini little meetup over Thanksgiving week with the governor in the chat there. And you guys are kind of doing that again next week. Next week?
No, this Saturday. This Saturday is another meetup in LA. But Dave, like, you were there for that big dinner we had and then stormed the park. I mean, that was the first time you met, like physically met, like I would say 99.1%. April was the other point something or other.
Yes.
So
And you're right. It's and now it never goes away because now I see these people when I show up at Disney World just on my own. We've done a meetup here in the mountains of North Carolina. It's family vacation where you meet your family, your chosen family, your Star Wars family.
Absolutely. So, hey, Aaron, how are you? Are there going to be sandwiches on the bus on this trip? There might be sandwiches.
Sandwiches. There will be
Sandwiches. Sandwiches are good. But
sandwiches.
What kind of shenanigans should people expect?
Say shenanigans one more time.
Oh. What kind of shenanigans should they expect? Because here's the thing is, this is...
Okay. Well, I'm just saying from the first family vacation, there were shenanigans that have permanently altered a physical feature in Walt Disney World. And I'm not kidding.
We are legendary. But if you've ever been to any one of our Boonta Eves before, it's like tackling 3 Boonta Eves together with a tour and vacations and, sightseeing and everything of that nature, and hitting the park. Dave, you hit the park with us, and we did a swag meetup, by where Rise of the Resistance is on Batu East, and we're all wearing our racers, and we look like we took over.
We did. I still got my swag for that, like right here on my desk. This is my swag.
Very nice.
Little, like modifications of 70s cards. OG.
Yes, I mean, we love being together, and as Mr. Notman just posted on one of our pages, Hunter had a couple people show up at our meetup in San Francisco, which we greatly appreciate that. And I also want to plug the fact that Jeff and Mike are hosting another one at LA Comic Con. This is their second one they're doing there. Incredible lineup, including several first-time signers like the new Sabine and Shin Hati are signing with the Ezra and Diana Lee and Santo, and they're 4 of them are doing a panel together.
Yeah. I'm sitting here, I've got LA Comic Con brought up, and it is like crazy. And like Iman Esfani, Diana Lee and Santo, you got Matt Smith, Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, like there's Hobbitses. It's crazy.
Chris Bartlett is going to be there, our most recent Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah.
All the Hobbitses.
SpongeBob himself. Tom Kenny.
Well, I mean, you were talking about SpongeBob on your incredible... If you have not seen it, watch Dave's top 50 cartoons of the 20th century on the Virtual Cantina Network, which is youtube.com/@Virtual Cantina Network. Dave, I absolutely loved it, and we talked about how I would probably swap number 1 and 2 just in my own list. But why should people watch this?
Okay, so when I went down the rabbit hole of making up that episode, I shout out to Gio, one of my co-hosts on the Unifying Force, for the idea. But I took it and ran with it, and like it totally brought back to my childhood, like cartoons and shows that I had forgotten, things that I would watch all the time. I mean, the Disney afternoon is sitting down, and what's before the Disney afternoon, all the things is go watch it, argue with me in the comments on that video, and I will like read them up and I will argue back, because Spencer's pointed out there's probably some cartoons that just got a little bit more than little more than a mention on there that arguably could have had a bigger place on there, but it just depends on who you are, where you're coming from. A lot of the things on there is I didn't watch because I didn't have cable at that point, so there were cartoons that were, not accessible, but there's some good ones on there. There's some obscure ones. There's some throwbacks that might be some surprises. So go over there and check that one out.
Definitely check it out. It's a great episode. And also watch all of our other episodes on the Virtual Cantina Network. It's some great ones. We watched some great shows the last couple of months. We've had some great shows, last couple of years. And we're going to be starting to bring back actors on the watch-alongs starting next month.
Well, and there's a lot of actors, speaking of the LA Comic-Con, I'm still looking, actors that we've had on the show before are going to be at LA. Brendan Wayne is one I'm looking at right now, but go check him out in person. And we have
a new watcher over on the network. His name is RJ. Hello.
What's
Hi.
up, RJ? How's it going?
Welcome. Oh, yeah. Some good people going to be there over at LA Comic-Con. We are watching Vacation, which if you've seen the video or our teaser, we like I said, we try to make things cohesive as much as we possibly can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't more often than not, but we try to make it work.
Yeah, and the package comes with a shirt, doesn't it? Because everybody loves the shirt.
Yes. So listen to this. Only 70 passes are going on sale tomorrow. And you get tickets to the Museum of Motion Picture, 1 hour early access to Boonta Eve Special Edition, theme to be announced, live and in living color from the Scum and Villainy Bar in downtown Hollywood. Then, on the next night, Boonta Eve Special Edition 2, live from Big's Bar and Grill, which is always a good time if you've been to our Boonta Eve in 2022. And then your Disney ticket is paid for. We're going to be sieging Batu West.
Nice.
Full bus ride. Return from Anaheim to San Francisco. Up to San Francisco. We're going to do some sightseeing, some Star Wars sightseeing. Ending the trip with a family portrait in front of the Yoda fountain at Lucasfilm.
Woohoo!
And a t-shirt. So for all of that, that's a great t-shirt. And Aaron, who's in the crowd right now, was the designer of that. So great job, Aaron. It's a great deal. So much going to go on there. And also, don't forget, it's the weekend. It's the week right after San Diego Comic-Con. So if you guys are going to con, you can go right and go party with us the rest of the week. We will be having a meetup, though, on the Saturday night of San Diego. So that's what we fun.
I got tickets for Sunday. I'll be at San Diego on Sunday.
Well, you're going to come to the meetup on Saturday, right? I mean, it's the night before.
That's the plan.
Okay. Well, that's the plan because I know the skipper is going to be doing that too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. Shout out to the skipper. I'm looking forward to spending some time with him and the pirate next week. Speaking of the pirate, you went on a pirate tour last week.
I know. The pirate tour of Walt Disney World. I mean, wow. We rode pirates with the pirate, okay? I think Gigi has a really bad video because it's dark in there of us singing the pirate song in the boat, and my children just cringing as Notman and I are singing the pirate song. Oh,
and you guys are evidently legendary at Club Cool.
No spoilers.
You fed your daughters a Beverly soda, didn't you?
It's what you get for not doing your Disney research. Because, if there's something at Disney that I haven't done, which is few, I at least know about it, right? so
they did.
When a pirate comes in and says, you need to go from right to left, watch out.
I mean, I knew that. I drank that crap like 15 years ago. So
now I know one of our friends and members who was there the week before me who likes the Beverly.
yeah.
To each their own.
Well, that's what he gets for giving me crap for the last couple of years for somebody come to Celebration.
Well, he came to Fan Expo, so
I heard he had a great time there too, and hopefully, Mark Hamill actually shows up to other cons in the future, which would be great. I'm hoping for Boston. We need something good for Boston.
Photos and things from that have been amazing. If it's like any of our members that are listening that have such things or had experiences, like keep posting them on the Facebook page. I love seeing all the great, some cons you'll see and some celebrities you'll see, and every single photo op is the exact same. It's like Hamels are all different. Hamels are crazy. I mean, I've seen ones where he's just like giving big hug. He's sitting one of them to where it looks like he's doing the Yoda on their back, like the one he did.
You see, that's the one I want. That's the one I want.
It's like Hamill had some fun with that, I think. And I've heard tales that he said that he would like, you mentioned something about the Joker, and he spoke in the Joker's voice to a number of people, and it's just whoa.
And I've seen some great pieces signed, lightsabers, and people finishing projects that they've been waiting 5 years for, and pops. And,
lots of like cast pieces of original trilogy movie posters. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, yeah, sign my baby.
Pretty much. But I'm hoping it's Boston. I'm starting to narrow down what I would get signed. But my entire budget would probably be a Mark Hamill.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I bought something when for Celebration Anaheim when there were rumors that he might show for that. One of the 12-inch and the nice packaging of the
yeah. So, and I already have my favorite shot, honestly, in Star Wars. I talk about all the time, is the wide shot of the Battle of Crate, and I already have that signed by Adam Driver. So,
that would be two extremely difficult ones to.
So, that's on my list, and obviously my Red 5 helmet.
Yeah. See, yeah, my Red 5 helmet is, I don't have the Black Series. I've got the Disney World version one, and I use that one. That's a cosplay helmet for that. I don't need to take yet another one of my helmets out of rotation to be a collectible piece now. It's like, I need some helmets to wear, man.
Yeah, because, Dave's going to have to bring, like, a whole arsenal to California.
I'm going to be rocking at least 3 helmets for the Boonty Eves. At least 3.
That might give you a little bit of a hint.
Yeah. You're not saying which ones, but at least 3 there.
Correct. Anyway, we're about 10 minutes out, so make sure that you have whatever. I almost said Disney Plus. That'd be fantastic. But no, it's on Amazon. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple TV. It's only like $4 rental if you're going to go the Amazon route, which I just did. But very excited about this. I think this is going to be the first movie that actually has nudity in it that we're actually going to be watching on the Virtual Cantina Network.
Oh, where's the disclaimer? Do we care to make a disclaimer?
Yes. But, I'm very excited about that. And, join us on the Holiday Road. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And I'm telling you flat out, this trip is, if it doesn't sell out this weekend, it's going to sell out not far from.
Yes.
So you want to join. But good news is there's a lot of public events as well, including our Boonty Eves are all public events. But
you can still come to Boonty Eves. Like, if you don't get tickets, if you don't buy the whole package, which you should buy the whole package because they're exclusive things that you can't get otherwise. But yeah, come out to Bunta. You just get in an hour later than the people that are there, and be a little bit bigger of a crowd to get to the really cool signings. Really cool signings. The ones that I had to bring helmets for. But,
I've been telling you guys this. I tout it all the time. We don't mess around with Ubuntu. If you saw our London lineup, it was absolutely incredible. We had a great lineup in Anaheim last year. I love all of our lineups, but this one still, like, to me, is probably my favorite. And I'm not saying we're going to start to make announcements on May the 4th, but trust me on this. Don't be like Skip and live in the FOMO. Know that we're going to take care of you day one, and you'll have a great time.
absolutely.
Every single time.
Absolutely. And yeah, RJ, is I think a survey from Japan came out for a lot of people today.
I didn't get my survey for some reason.
I have not been on my usual emails today, so I don't know if I did or not. But I've seen several people that said that they got that. So hopefully they'll get some valued feedback. And
Well, I hope so. I hope things go get some good feedback, because I know they're in the planning stages of everything that they're going to be doing, with tickets probably based upon past schedules. It's probably going to be around June. I'm thinking the month before the trip.
okay.
So I think tickets are going to sell for Japan then, which I'm okay with. Tokyo. But it's going to be great. And guess what? The virtual cantina will lay siege to Disney Seas in 2020.
Woo-hoo. Oh my. That's
We gotta get the pirate on the Japanese Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
That is gonna happen.
Craziness.
But also, I just want to point out, they extended the TeePublic sale right now, 35% off. So all of our designs currently are available, including this old school design. This is like the second design we made back in 2020 that we're wearing right now.
Which one? Oh yeah. See, I don't wear mine of that anymore. I've worn that one out. I've completely worn it out. You can still see Virtual Cantina, but Happy Hour is like completely gone. I have worn that one that much. But you can get
check out I have the Somehow Max Rebo Returned, and I wore that to Rhode Island Comic Con, and people were loving it.
Nice.
And
get these. Like, I love my Wookiee Pride Day. It just makes people they're like, what? What are you talking about?
We'll get into that in a minute, but you got a patriotic set, Daughters of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, for the younglings.
For the younglings, which I wore to Rhode Island as well, and that went over huge.
Oh, and don't forget this.
And our holiday, which I will be rocking our wreath VC shirt to the Mickey's Christmas party next week.
Nice. Very cool.
And I also got our friend Aaron, who's in the crowd right now, one of our artists, has some incredible designs as well. I just got his Christmas Purgle outfit. A t-shirt. I also got Admiral. There'll be whales here, and Save the Whales, but with the Purgles, which is pretty fantastic. But support us, support our artists and everything of that nature. We got some really great stuff. We're very, very excited about what's in the future. We got some great stuff going on. But we can announce it right now that next week I am actually going to be down in in Florida for my birthday. But Jeff and Dave will be joined by the Nerf Herders to be watching Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which comes out in Disney Plus tomorrow.
That's an amazing movie. I mean, it really was. I know some people are like, and there were some, but I enjoyed it. I really did.
I enjoyed it more than Crystal Skull.
Low bar, sir. Low bar.
Speaking. So that'll be for next week. But also, I want to also talk about the fact that this past Tuesday night, both Dave and I, in separate cities, ventured off to our local Alamo. God, I need to get some sleep. Alamo Draft House.
Yes.
To see the premieres of A Disturbance in the Force, which is the holiday special documentary.
Yeah.
And boy, was that fantastic.
That was a great film. I think it comes out DVD, Blu-ray, and streaming December.
Next week. It's already available on pre-order on Amazon.
Yeah. So you can pre-order that, and I would highly recommend a watch of that one. Some VC friends on there. The first I noticed really was Craig Miller. He was in there a lot.
Yeah.
But okay, I think I am above average at the Star Wars knowledge. I mean, I'm not like Catherine Cook, but I learned things. I did not know.
Yeah, it was absolutely
about
incredible.
The holiday special and the things. This is my favorite. Notman, you're gonna love this one. Favorite thing I learned. A little bit of spoiler from the documentary is that how did they set out about marketing Star Wars? They marketed it at Star Trek conventions. They pushed it out all over there. They went to the people and they said, these are our people. These are who's going to want to watch this movie. Let's tell them all about it.
Yes, that was absolutely great. And it was funny is because I wore my Life Day. Hey, Jason.
Got you. Yes, sir.
I wore my Life Day t-shirt that I bought a couple of years ago. And I actually brought my orb with me. And people are looking at me like, what the hell? And they showed clips from Batu West. Because I saw Sarah from the Skywalking Through Neverland in the crowd there. But they showed the shirt that I was wearing, and people turned around like, "Oh my God, you got that shirt!"
Yeah, it was an interesting crowd at the location that I was at, Raleigh, North Carolina. I think there was a lot of Star Wars fans. There were a lot of younger Star Wars fans that I don't think had probably not seen the holiday special in its entirety. But yeah, there was a lot of kind of like, what happened? This thing was in the, there was a lot
and
of.
they show the clip, but they edited it of Anthony Daniels calling it Wookiee Pride Day.
Yes, we have seen and we have aired that. That's where that shirt came from. Was from one of our broadcasts. Is like he called it Wookiee Pride Day, like in a clip that we aired here on one of our Life Day specials. And when you say anything on air here, it becomes a T-shirt.
Great interviews with Seth Green and with Kyle Newman and Bobcat Goldthwait, which was awesome, but it was weird not to hear him do the voice, the Zed voice. Oh, yeah. Interviews from Scum and Villainy.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Scum got a thank you in the credits.
And clips with the lower third from Skywalking Through Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very happy to see Richard's name in the trailer. I mean, in the credits.
And like tons of quotes from Favreau, Filoni. I don't think they were necessarily interviewed directly for this, but they were clips from begrudging clips from Lucas himself in here. It's like what?
And some great clips from Kevin Smith talking about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, take a look at it. It comes out next week. It's definitely something. We might have to do a watch along once we all have copies of it.
Have to do a watch along when that becomes more like widespread and out there. When it's streaming or something, we must.
Yeah. But anyway, we're about that time right now, so please make sure you have whatever streaming or a DVD or Betamax version of this movie you might have.
It is a Betamax version of this deal. I think that's where I first saw this movie.
And what's great about it is we're gonna watch the original Rusty and Audrey in action.
Oh yeah,
which they've had many iterations of. But hope you have it all queued up. We'll be starting a 10-second countdown in a second or so, and then jump on that holiday road.
All right, let's see. We'll start the 10-second countdown when I can find the 10-second countdown. Okay, here we go. Okay, happening. Volume.
That original Warner Bros. Logo, the Warner Bros. Communication Company.
Sorry. I got the music turned up.
And it's directed by Egon Spengler himself, Mr. Hal Ramis.
R.I.P. Been there.
Yep.
Been there. Been there. Been there. Been there. Yeah. And aren't we going to re-air or are we going to re-air the teaser for the vacation?
Yes. So watch out for tomorrow.
Watch
and
that.
Sherry, get some rest.
Yes. Good night. That's a masterpiece from Jeff. Totally is.
Yes. Very, very good. So I think every one of these postcards, I think either you or Scooby have been in.
It's entirely possible. Now, for family vacation, I may well be doing a version of this trip on the way to the family vacation. Loading up the family truckster, and we got a couple of stops planned on the way to San Diego Comic-Con and then the family vacation. So,
are you going to document it?
We always do. It's always everything's on the Facebook. There's always the things.
You need a Wally World shirt, though. You need to get a Wally World shirt.
Where are we going? Wally World. Yeah. Won't get as far north as well. We might get close. It depends on if we go to the in-laws first. We might get close to coming that way.
So one of the things I love about this first scene, besides the fact that you got Eugene Levy, thanks Liberty. I'll see.
That's all right, Liberty. You can watch this on the rewind. This will be live. This will be on the VCN after.
But I'll see you next week. But what I'm saying is that I love the fact that you have Eugene Levy right here, who's got the big fro like he had in Splash back in the 80s.
Well, this was not that far removed from Splash.
But also remember this. Think about this: is that when you're trading in a car, how quickly do you think it gets to go to the trash heap before it gets flattened?
Depends on how reputable your dealership is, friends.
John, I would rather go see the giant ball of string than see Cousin Eddie.
So, Notman, across this country, you have to be specific because there's a giant ball of string, there's a giant ball of yarn, and there's a giant ball of twine, and they're all three in very different places across the country.
And if you noticed, the X-Wing Truckster in the T-shirt that we're going to have for the trip, you could see some very much, where our influence for this trip is going to. You see, right there.
Totally
And
is.
you got Carson Vega driving the family truckster.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Come back.
There we go.
Where'd he go? Okay. That happens at least once every episode.
Chevy Chase is just like
old car. He
a
is
comic genius.
a bad luck machine. Mm-hmm.
And after just seeing Anthony Michael Hall and Randy Quaid at Rhode Island Comic Con this past year, it's just amazing to see where things have come from.
Yeah, no. This is one of the best lines right there. You think you hate it now? Wait till you drive it. Oh. Well, that didn't work well. So yeah, this would be
walking
just
to the car. He's walking
Eugene
the car
Levy,
like
this would be just a year before Splash.
Like, he doesn't even think about it. Like, he just walks and goes to open the door without even thinking about the fact that it's like a pancake.
Nope. Chevy Chase not known for the paying of attention so much.
Yes.
None of his characters so much. It's like Fletch, Ty Webb, not attention paying.
Or don't forget also Fitzsium from Spies Like Us.
Ooh, see, there you go. MegaCon Orlando, go meet Randy.
And
Quaid.
we just announced as well the new Ezra Bridger is going to be at MegaCon.
Nice.
Which, did you see the clip from San Francisco? Someone actually brought him a Jabba the Hutt pop sign.
Okay, I'm still arguing that he hasn't earned that yet.
Taylor Gray was there. Okay? He was at that con.
Taylor, I have signed as Jabba the Hutt. Yes, all day.
Right.
New dude. I hope he does earn the right to do that. That would be fun, but not yet.
Right, exactly. And they just announced Joseph Quinn, the guy who played Eddie in the last season of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm. We were looking at here earlier in my living room is the there's a really cool lineup for what was it? Oh, Mad Monster in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mad Monster is like a Lost Boys reunion.
Oh, very cool. Hey, you want to see the triptych? That looks familiar.
Yeah, look at that. That is like an Apple IIc or something. It's like, how many of you have ever seen a 5 1/4 floppy?
Right. So if you've seen our teaser, you guys did some great work trying to make things look like it's 8-bit.
Pew, pew. If only this would actually happen.
Right.
Yeah. Notman, Mike's not in the chat, so we don't have to worry about that this evening.
Right.
I'm just saying, there are elements. I know there's some crazy out there sort of events, but that happen in this movie. But there's so much truth in this.
Well, you just did that trip. Like you did exactly what they are talking about, like last week.
Oh yeah, I mean we went from North Carolina to Orlando. I've actually driven a similar route to this. As my in-laws live in northern Indiana, a couple hours outside of Chicago, so we've gone from this area down to like the Grand Canyon and Four Corners area. So it's a heck of a trip.
Especially when you're trying to go to see Aurora Borealis.
Oh no, that was it's just we still haven't managed that one. That was the reverse of this trip. Is we flew out there and we're like trapped in the Northeast, and it's like you have to drive home. Oh. Next time, I'm just going and crashing on Scooby's couch.
So if this was made today, and if they're singing songs probably from the 70s, would we be singing like songs from the 80s or the 90s?
Yeah, it's Nauman. It's like we tried to go to the Northern Lights. We were headed for Alaska, and yeah, that did not go well in the period of the airline staffing shortages and the like. Yeah, so yeah, they're putting on their little hit. Hey, oh, let's go. Yeah, so the kids are putting on their AirPods and playing Taylor Swift, and while we're singing like Biz Marquee or something.
Right. What was like sort of like that meme that I put up today of Paul Rudd cursing into the fan? That was us when we were kids, but kids saying iPhones and
Yeah, it was a very simpler time.
And then our Game Boys in middle school.
Are you kidding? I keep a Game Boy in the desk drawer in my classroom right now.
The original or the color?
Oh, the original. I never had the color. My sister was the bougie one that was spoiled rotten. I had the original. She had like a great color one. But not that I'm bitter about that at all. But no, I had Tetris on the original.
I love Tetris. I used to play that incessantly.
And then the update of that, Dr. Mario.
Oh yes.
Oh look, it's like
you can't find the gas cap.
No idea where the gas is. Oh, is it there? Oh, up there.
Remember the days of leaded or unleaded?
Oh yes.
Fill it up regular.
Yeah. Oh, regular. Not regular unleaded. No, gasoline with lead in it.
So if you go to someplace to ask for a regular oil, they'll probably give you a coffee with cream and 2 sugar.
Yeah. No. See, that's the whole deal. This is the craziness of the trip too. It's like, what things do you pass by on the way? It's like, oh, can we go into the Gateway Arch? Nope. We're going to Wally World. Yep, right by. Now, there's a really cool place like right outside of St. Louis. Is if you've ever been near there or you're going near there, it's called Cahokia Mounds. Cahokia Mounds is like one of the largest Native American mounds ever, and you can get up on there. It's great views of the city. Great, yeah, really cool historic museum there.
See, this is what I imagined you guys like driving down to Florida and making a wrong turn and ending up in the inner city.
No. Florida. The road to Florida is like interstate all the way.
Yeah.
This is the 1983. You can't do that in a movie anymore. National Lampoon's level of humor is like it's the same. It's Caddyshack. It's this. It's like no.
Every time we're in the area and we have to roll up our window, Amanda and I are always like, roll them up.
Well, this is again. Haven't all of the movies that we've been watching. Yeah, don't get lost in Detroit. Don't go to Detroit. I mean, Jason is a braver man than any of us.
Right.
But like all of the movies that we've been thankful for have been just eminently meme worthy and quotable. It's the things that we say all the time without even thinking about them. Does Amanda? Oh.
Though the conversation that they have in Christmas, like about setting expectations that no one else can live up to, I have been told that, when it comes to events, and so I can definitely understand the plight of Mr. Clark Griswold. Trying to make memories. Speaking of memories, don't forget, tickets go on sale for the Virtual Cantina Family 2. Be part of that memory.
Electric Boogaloo. Sorry,
Yes.
Contract Boogaloo. Every time you say 2, I have to say that.
I know. But it's gonna be great. Like I said, like Dave was saying, the first trip is still made of things that legends are made of. So,
well, okay. So here's the other like cultural deal that what's happening, or maybe not cultural, but what was going on in 1983 that hubcaps were valuable. It's like what, and it's not just this movie. It's like what, hubcaps?
Yeah, everyone's worried about their car getting their hubcaps being stolen. Was there a market for it?
I don't know.
No, it's not going to be unbearable, John.
It's going to be unbelievable. Okay.
It's going to be legend. I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because the second word is dairy.
That's right.
And yes, I have been watching.
English is supposed to be your first language. Get it right.
Yes.
Speak American.
Yes.
Again, then this is what is this? Is this PG-13? What is this movie?
I think so.
Yep. Again, some of the things that are reality here. It's like, oh, I'm not tired. It's like,
What you do is you stop at a rest stop, get some coffee, maybe take a 20-minute power nap, get back on the.
See, this is why my wife insists upon having set places where you stop and like book stuff ahead of time. It's like, nope, we're going to go for this long and we're going to stop here. And I don't roll that way. I'm like, let's go. We stop.
I'm the same way. Yeah. I can definitely see Shell doing that.
Hopefully before you end up doing this.
Right.
Our current car has like radar on the cruise control. Like boop, press the cruise control, and it's like comes up on something. It's like whoa.
Was that the one that we took to Asheville?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you watch the video that I posted up on the Jedi Way page about the new Pokemon Go being on the news?
No. Oh, I
You're gonna have to take a
knew.
look at it. It's pretty hilarious.
It's like, oh, hey, we're just all sleeping. What?
Let's turn
Oh,
the TV off. Wait a minute. Oh shit! I'm
in the
trying.
motel. Like literally, I think I've stayed in this motel. Like it either looks like half of the motels in America, or I literally think that I've stayed there.
It's definitely a hot sheet motel.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Scene that
At the
gets edited
yeah.
from the TV version every time.
So if you go also Christmas Con, which is in New Jersey, a lot of the cast is going to be there.
Oh yeah. What is it? Chevy, Beverly, and Randy are going to be there.
Randy and I think Juliette Lewis is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
The only one who has not done any of the con circuit has been Johnny Galecki. Like every other one has been Ethan Embry has done it. Juliette Lewis has done it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I get that. Caps were a tradable commodity in the 80s. There you go. Trading on the stock exchange. I want to see Galecki at cons, but I think it would be a waste if he shows up for this to be his first level of cons. Is when Galecki starts doing the con circuit, the Big Bang Theory crew will go over huge.
Oh, that'll be huge if they all go together. I mean, the only person I don't see doing the circuit is Jim Parsons.
Yeah.
I see every other person doing it but Jim Parsons.
I mean, but that's the 80s and motels.
We were talking about this last week when we were watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when John Candy, put the quarter into the vibrating bed.
So here's the level. I've stayed in a lot of cheesy motels. Okay. Because that's, again, the way I roll on these, because I'm like, we're going to sleep. We're going to be here for a couple hours. I don't care. I don't know that I've ever stayed in one that had the Magic Fingers bed. Don't know that I ever have. My question is this one of those things that TV and the movies have lied to us about how common these were? I don't know. Blow us up in the comments.
The hard shell suitcases there, that they have. I mean, everybody's parents have had those.
Oh yeah, my parents still do. That's probably that exact set right there.
Right.
There you go. That is not Dodge City, Kansas, by the way. That is the back lot on some set, on some stage.
That's probably on Universal Tour.
It could be. Well, Notman, I don't know that you weren't wasted for a decade, but that's beside the point. And look at the product placement there. It's like, oh, look, copper tone.
In those Tootsie Roll banks.
Foreshadowing to the next movie is like they both have to have matching cowboy hats. What do they have to have in the next one? Oh, see, there you go.
Is this in Frontierland? They have Country Bear Jamboree next door?
This does look a lot like the Diamond Horseshoe.
What's that word? Nikkei? Is that some sort of engine talk?
Mixing your metaphors again.
I know. Well, I was talking about the sneakers, so.
This is hilarious.
So did you? I don't know if you saw, but did you see that? They're making a sequel to Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah, I heard that's coming out for the anniversary.
Yeah, and they're bringing like McCartney in. They're bringing in like Mick Jagger, and
What you gotta do? Turn it up to 12. It's one more, one better.
does that mean that I have to get Katie O'Brien on another print?
Yes. Turn it up to 12.
Yes.
Look, paper maps, kids. Paper maps. This is what we used to do before we printed out like a 16-page map quest off of the
I was just about to say that. I remember like driving in college to go like visit my girlfriend in Ohio, and I had like 10 pages printed out from could go from Boston all the way to
the turn by turn on that would be hilarious. Well, and this is like these are actual believable shots from the middle of the but I've got paper maps that we would use. I used to have like you go to a Walmart or whatever and you get like the Rand McNally, the Atlas of the United States.
Right, yeah, I had the book.
So at one point, oh, here comes the Ferrari. At one point, I had like one of the ones you hang on the wall, and I would highlighter every route that I had taken, right, so we could take different ones.
What about one of the more recent ones where Christy Brinkley shows up in the Ferrari and he's like, "Remember me?" and she drives a little faster and she's got a baby in the back seat.
Yeah. Now this is what she was a big name already at this point. This wasn't like Christy Brinkley as like a new model because she'd been on all sorts of covers. I think, yeah, here it is. She'd been on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 79, 80, and 81. And this is being filmed in 83. And Notman's like he's met her is she does the con circuit with this crew.
Yeah, she's doing the con circuit with like all the people from Vacation.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is she will show up at a con with Chevy and Beverly and Randy Quaid. Yeah, she's part of the crew.
And obviously, she was the Uptown Girl. She was the inspiration for that song.
Oh yes, she's the inspiration of an entire like movement in the 80s, the Billy Joel Christy Brinkley syndrome. That's why thousands of people started playing the piano.
Yep. Look at Jane Krasinski. Look how young she is.
Oh yeah. Did anything ever happen to the other ones?
I don't think so. I mean, I think some of them might have done like little. Oh, but I did see that in New Jersey, the girl who played Ruby Sue in Christmas Vacation, she's starting to do the con circuit, but only around the Christmas time. And all the kids from Home Alone are now starting to go on the circuit, including Buzz.
Excellent. Let's see.
Randy Quaid.
The very young Randy Quaid there. All right. Let's see. John P. Navin Jr. as Cousin Dale. Let's see. Is in Losing It with Tom Cruise. Oh, Vegas or Christmas? What? Okay. Favorite vacation movie? Okay, go.
European.
So this was another one of those lines that's questionable, and it's like the humor that, like, ooh. It's like, so learning to French kiss, and Dad says, then you're like, what? They said, what did they say? Right there. I like Vacation, and I think I think Christmas Vacation is the most rewatchable. It's got the most rewatchability because I don't know, like during this season between now and Christmas, how many times will I watch it? Like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think humor wise, I think it's this one. I think the original National Lampoon's Vacation, it's the funniest. It hits the hardest. And we just moving right along.
Mr. Papa Giorgio.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas was funny. Europe was, a thing. I can see why.
Randy Quaid was off the hinge in Vegas Vacation. I agree with that. Where's the damn beat?
But still, his most quotable is in Christmas Vacation.
Of course it is, yeah.
That's how many he signed at Rhode Island. It's like he just needs a stamp that says the shitter's full.
Right, exactly. And making the Kool-Aid.
Look at cousins of the cousin Dale's. Look at the crop top for boys football shirt. Another fashion from the 80s that
fashion faux pas
needs to come back. Cause I might have had a couple of those, and it's like, no. Now cousin Eddie's shirt, like right there, I would wear. That's that 70s bowling leisure shirt deal.
Okay. Let's have this debate.
Okay.
Aunt Edna or Aunt Bethany?
Oh, you gotta say that. Oh. So Bethany just so much sweeter. It's like, yeah. But I'll go you a better I think comparison here is what is it? Imogene Coca? What is that her name? This actress, okay, Aunt Edna in this movie, addition to the movie. Imogene Coca to this movie, or Rodney Dangerfield to Caddyshack.
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield, Caddyshack. Easily.
You don't think that she absolutely makes this movie, though? I mean, there's some.
No, because I think Rodney Dangerfield has more like quotable lines in Caddyshack, and he's more memorable. But I agree with John. I mean, I like Aunt Bethany. Like at Thanksgiving with my in-laws, my mother-in-law was like, "Can we say grace?" And I turned to Amanda and said, "Grace, she died 30 years ago." And Amanda's like, "Shut up."
There you go.
And we're always like, the blessing.
Yeah. Is one of the things with like one of the stops we stopped for fuel on the exit with the Murray Brothers Caddyshack store.
Oh wow.
I was overruled about a stop, but right there, if you're driving to Orlando, I think it's on like Golf Drive or whatever, yeah. International.
So you actually told a really good story. So one of our members, Dave Lewis, just came back from Florida before our Dave right here, and he was wearing a lot of our virtual Cantina racers, which are collectibles. And you had an incredible story that you were saying about when your family saw 501sters walking through Batu.
Oh, absolutely. Is like walking around the parks is several times is my kids caught sight of some members that of the 501st because they're 501st racers, and it's like look are those some of your people? I was like, those are my people, but those are my people adjacent. Is it's like they may be the both, but those are not our racers because we only overlapped with Dave Lewis for about a day, so we didn't actually see him in the parks. But yeah, it's like every time you see a racer, it's like the Star Wars people. Those are our people, friends.
Yes.
Oh no. What is this? Uh-huh.
Look at that Izod shirt. If it was any more 80s, it would have been a polo shirt.
Okay, wasn't Rusty wearing that shirt earlier in the movie?
I think he was.
It's like, that's another one of those little subtle things that's like, Oh, they got the license plate back.
This kind of reminds me of my brother driving his car down your driveway. So we're gonna have to play this on one of the buses. We'll have to play Holly Road. We're gonna have to do the Indiana Jones theme.
There you go. Oh, here comes the sound. Oh, I love the number of times that Christy Brinkley appears in this movie. And then this next one, this is the hilarious. And the music. There's the theme music. You hear it. That's the same Ferrari that Magnum drives.
Possible. Look at the True Value logo. It's like that hasn't changed since we were kids.
What did you say?
The True Value logo that's on the side of that truck.
Oh yeah. Some things do not.
Yeah. I like his members only jacket.
Yes. Is that a members only jacket? Is that a knockoff members only jacket? Because that's the real people right there.
Yeah.
If you had a members only jacket, you were bougie. But if you had a knockoff members only jacket, you had a real one, didn't you?
I did. I still have it. I can't fit into it.
Okay. I just about spit out my beverage.
I still have it.
That would be like a Chris Farley sketch.
I don't think I can get my arm through it.
But that is a collectible right there. There are probably some sneakerheads right there that would pay you some good money for that.
Who wrote Holly Road? That's Lindsey Buckingham, sir.
So my question is,
that?
Go ahead.
That was the opening credits.
Was it written for this movie, or was it already a thing? Like Caddyshack, they wrote a theme for the movie.
What about Danger Zone? Was Danger Zone the thing before like Top Gun?
I don't know the answer to that.
Or was The Heat Is On like before Beverly Hills Cop came out?
I bet it was, but nope. Danger Zone was written for Top Gun.
Wow. Did you ever stay at one of these type places, Dave?
I have stayed in a tent. I stayed in, well, it was like a fancy tent. I stayed in a teepee in a national park called Waterton Lakes in Canada. And, he's sitting here balking at $37 for 3 tents. Is like, this fancy pants tent was probably more than that for the one.
Right.
And of course, like right next to it, like grizzly bears, like just like roam through your campsite, and you're just like, that's a grizzly bear right there. But I've stayed in a fair number of KOAs, and they have like little cabins, like some of these, not the little tent deals that they're staying in, but I like the KOAs. Yep, Holiday Road was written for this film directly. But my daughter worked at a camp in Wyoming that they had these wall tents were the cabins, a little bit bigger ones than these, but this is what they were.
I did a summer program in New Hampshire before my senior year, and we lived in things like this.
Oh, it's a dog. That's my favorite part right there. It's like, bad dog. No, sorry, honey. I wasn't talking to you. It's like, no, I'm thinking that should have been obvious. No, it's not.
Yeah, summer camp's not a thing in the UK, but I started going to camp in the Poconos when I was moving in the United States before I moved to England. And part of my deal with my parents was, I'll go if you keep on sending me every summer back to camp. So they would fly me back to the States every summer to go to camp. And then it was unusual for kids, obviously I was one of the only ones who ever came from Europe to go to camp in the United States. And today,
that happens all the time. The summer camp my daughter worked at, I had actually worked at that camp before that, and we had kids from Europe all the time, and we had counselors and stuff from Europe. Yeah. See, second largest ball of twine. Got to go there. You got to take the little detour.
4 short hours.
Oh, 4 hours later.
Mhm.
Okay, can can we agree though that in our favorite vacation movies, no one mentioned the recent one with the adult Rusty.
Oh, that was horrible.
It just no, they did not recapture the magic. It was
That's like trying to do the 2016 Ghostbusters. It just no.
yes, yes, and 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 here's my take on the 2016 Ghostbusters. If that wasn't a Ghostbusters movie, that might have worked. If you didn't try and pitch that as if you pitch that as like the other version of the Ghostbusters with the ape, that might have worked. But
Now we're on a Ghostbuster tangent. I love the fact when you got to the real Ghostbusters on your episode, which is available on the Virtual Cantina Network, you talked about the connection between the real Ghostbusters and Frozen Empire.
like literally when I made that, because I made the list, I don't know, a week or more before I actually filmed it. And the article had happened in between about several of the voice actors from Real Ghostbusters talking about it. Bumped that up my list a lot by 6 or 10 spaces easy. Because I was just like, this is still affecting us. It's right there. I love this actor here. I thought for the longest time that it was Stacy Keach because he's just doing that kind of thing.
Wasn't he in Mr. Mom as well?
I don't know. I was speeding, Rusty. It's terrible. Oh, well, that might make sense. So the actor who is playing the motorcycle cop is James Keach. Oh. And here we go.
And this is the reason why I would never do one of these. I was always afraid that this was going to happen.
Yeah, no. I think this movie has just brought that into your brain.
Yes.
And here comes Christy again. Poor little guy trying to keep up for a while. Like, yeah.
So, Dave, did you go down the rabbit hole for the PKA meter and the trap?
I haven't yet, but there's still time. There were other things. There were Black Friday deals on lightsabers that may or may not be shipping and winging their way to me right now.
I was supposed to say, what was your Black Friday like?
Well, number one, I was at Walt Disney World on the Black Friday, so I was just doing this after, I had spent a 16-and-a-half-hour day in the Magic Kingdom the day before.
Right.
Ridden Tron. Amazing.
I can't wait to do that.
And woke up on the Black Friday to a certain someone. Ooh, yes, send me the videos of the Savisville. I woke up to on the Black Friday, the governor had gotten us our virtual queue on Guardians.
Okay, so I texted you and you text me OMG, what song did you guys get?
Miami Sound Machine.
Okay. You're doing the conga?
It was very nice. I liked it.
Did the family like it?
Oh yes, very much. I mean, they didn't know that there was going to be there were like other songs. They had no knowledge about it to begin with. Well, I think Amelia Googled it, but I wouldn't let her tell me because I'd been avoiding major spoilers for it for a while. But
so to me, that's the best ride in Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it very much so. I mean, that made Flight of Passage look like an old hat kind of thing.
The Rise is always going to be good, but as far as a ride is concerned, this was like it's literally next world.
See, and this is the reality. This is the kind of fight that goes down every time you drive on the vacation. There's gonna be the fight over the directions.
Now, did it happen on the way to Florida?
No.
Okay. You guys have done it enough times?
Yeah, but it just happened like 6 hours ago going to South Carolina today.
Okay.
so we avoided it one. It totally just happened like 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, I think it's hilarious. Before cars had airbags, let's make this joke and just like inflate a garbage bag. Wasn't it though, Notman? Thank you so much for that. That was just amazing, and like the girls' faces, I think they very much enjoyed that. He jumped the car 50 yards. That is everybody who grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard's like motto right there. I just jumped car 50 yards.
So if you watch Behind the Attraction, they talk about Epcot, and they talk about World of Energy and Ellen's Energy Show and everything else in that building. They talked about the building of Guardians and the whole story about why they did it and everything, and it's just incredible.
Very cool. See, I had avoided watching that before we actually wrote it.
Mm-hmm. It's worth it, and there's a great the episode about Pirates of the Caribbean is fantastic.
See, one little throwaway line right here that totally brings it into there. The food additive stuff was much bigger part in Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm. Glasses. All right. How old were you when you shared your first beer with your father?
Oh. It's a good question. Like if you've ever seen the movie Bull Durham, like I literally grew up 2 blocks from that stadium. So we would walk down in the 7th inning stretch. It's like, because they just opened the gates and the game is free at that point.
Right.
It's the 7th inning. let's see. So it's probably in this neighborhood. I doubt it's as young as 15, but I'm betting probably between 16 and 17.
Okay.
But it's just like, and it was not a good experience because it's like a warm beer from the seventh inning of a minor league baseball game.
Right.
It's like, didn't and still haven't, Mr. It's like, well, some of that it's the thing, but you educated the boy that was with us on a proper pint, and I appreciate that one.
Yes.
Well, like,
Getting a proper pint with Mr. Notman, whether it be at the Rose and Crown, which I heard you were hijacked,
of course.
or over in England proper, is always a treat. Yes, I think my first one was my 13th, right after my bar mitzvah. My father was like, "You're a man now."
Well, that's a year. It's a very important, like, cultural moment for
Right.
you, and that makes a whole lot of sense.
Right.
Is but there's not such a specific date for many of the rest of us, but
right,
it's the thing. This has got to be what? This is Monument Valley that he's just rolling through. Is where every John Ford movie was ever filmed.
Look at those clay rocks.
Yeah, Monument Valley.
Wasn't an episode of the Trek film there that they also did one of the Bill and Ted's as well?
I mean, if you film anything, it tends to be Monument Valley because it's, I don't know if it's privately owned or tribally owned. It's not a national park. Yeah. National parks is a whole other conglomeration to get permission to film in.
Right.
What? I'm just saying, since I've seen the Disturbance in the Forest documentary, is I think Trek and Wars.
It was the right. That was a great marketing plan. So kudos to Mr. Miller.
Woo! He's alive. Phone booth. All right. How many people have seen it? How many people have used one?
Phone booth?
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah, absolutely. What about those cigarette machines?
Yeah, there's a bar that I go to in Wyoming that still has one.
That's great.
There we go. The family truckster is back. A telephone box, yes. Let's see how much you got. See. Yes, just like the TARDIS is. How many people have used the TARDIS? Ah, the family truckster.
Oh no, man.
But again, see, this is the level of how economically things have changed. I just spent $500 on 4 bald tires and a tow. That at this point would be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
That would easily be $1,200 or better.
Probably.
There you go. Oh, oh yeah. See, this is back the days of that. It's
Yeah.
like cash and checks. Like, gotta have a credit card to get a check. To accept a check, gotta have an ID. Uh-huh. 10 working days. Bing.
Okay, not that there would be like cameras everywhere,
Oh yeah,
and you left a check.
he did. But he didn't. He was trying to not steal. Look, the Grand Canyon. It's like I have not actually specifically. I think I've seen a vista point that looks like that, but I don't remember where that particular hotel is. Is that maybe the North Rim? Might be the North Rim.
I've never been there.
You've never been to the Grand Canyon? You have to do that.
I know.
You need, yeah.
I always remember like that scene with Grand Canyon, and also if you remember the Brady Bunch when they were riding the mules down.
Oh yeah. Seen people do that. Never done that. I'd love to hike like the rim to rim, but that's the going down. I think great. Going back up, but uh huh. Oh, dead person breathed on me. Now that one I have not done. That one I have never been to the Hoover Dam. No, and
If you went, would you ask for Dan Bate?
I want to go on the damn tour. Where is the damn tour? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just leave her here on the side of the road. Oh,
Federal Express. Like, does anybody call it Federal Express anymore?
See, that's what I thought, Naman, is you hike down into the canyon, go to like Phantom Ranch if you can get a booking down there. But it's the hike back, man. Oh no. And cue the rain. And again, if you want to check out the genius of the shirt that you can get with your vacation package, just look at the detailing right there. Movie accurate, friends.
So if you're trying to be inconspicuous, why are you sitting her up?
What? Yeah. The comedy effects. The comedy effects.
Yeah. Part of me wants to know when cousin Normie gets home, what happens afterwards. He finds that his mother's just basically sitting there on the porch. Like, is the family dynamic still there, or?
Well, there's that.
I mean, I know I would be cost. Yeah, I would be, catch a lot of heat for doing that.
You think? There were apparently no laws in the 80s either. I'm thinking there are several laws against this.
Right.
Oh. Oh, here we go. It's the typical court. he starts in it seriously enough, and then it's just off the rails.
And implore her, give her a break.
Yes.
He's trying to speak some Hebrew.
Is how much of this is scripted and how much of this is just Chevy Chase just losing his mind? Oh, the holiday special reveal about the guy with the nanu.
Oh, that was incredible.
I mean, how much would that have changed? Oh,
What about Raquel Welch?
Oh yeah. Well, especially since they showed the clips of her doing the same thing in like her own show later.
But how funny was that? Jefferson Starship? We have a hyperdrive. We have a Starship.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, Dave, have you ever had this blow up before?
The next time you meet my children in person, You asked them about the time we drove across the country to Disneyland for the first week of Galaxy's Edge. You ask them. You ask them.
You pulled this out, didn't you?
Similar things may have happened.
And who was more excited about that? You.
Oh yeah. Okay, see, there's the running joke. Now she's wearing it. Now if Audrey wears that shirt later in the movie, the shoes.
That boombox.
Well, yeah.
Hey, there's a yellow members only jacket.
The amount of the amount of smoking that goes on in any sort of lounge area in 80s movies.
He's got that, like the Cruella-esque smoking stick.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Beer in like a chalice. What is he drinking? Like Stella Artois. Oh, see, that dude's got a cooler members only jacket than you. You gotta go. No idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. None whatsoever. The, the level, again, this has got to be. You cannot tell with these Lampoon movies that it's like, was it scripted this way or is Chevy Chase just making all this up?
How's this believable? Oh yeah, it's my brother's family, my brother's ring.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA a long time ago. Okay, so is that Spies Like Us? Which is an underrated
Oh yeah.
Chevy Chase movie.
Well, I I thought of nothing else today. Is I mentioned that there was an explosion on a road trip today, but I was on a road trip to see my nephew graduate from basic training, Army training. What kind of training? Army training, sir. The whole time I'm doing stripes in my head. I'm just like,
As you should.
This is a serious event. He's graduating the whole time. I'm like, where's Bill Murray? Where's John Candy? I want them to come in here next. Razzle dazzle, sir. and see how many times the awkwardness of watching movies like this in the 80s, this Police Academy, the whole thing is where your parents have taken you to see this movie, and then stuff like this happens.
So like, my parents took me to see The Sure Thing
mm-hmm.
in the 80s because they were big fans of John Cusack, and they had no idea what it was about. And I was like, oh, it's a family movie. Then, when we were older, my parents took my brother, both my brothers, myself, and my ex to go see 40-Year-Old Virgin. My parents didn't last the first 5 minutes of that movie, and they walked out. They left us in the
That's in the title, man. How did they not know that what was coming for that?
Once Seth Rogen talked about his trip to Tijuana, that's when my parents were like, yep, we're out.
The entire motel comes out. That's
This is going to be during family vacation. This is probably going to be either the San Francisco hotel or the LA hotel.
He took a bunch of 10-year-olds to see Borat. Why would you do that?
Very nice.
What was that I saw? There was something new that Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be in that's upcoming.
Well, I know he's bringing back Ali G.
Oh, there was something. No, I can't see it. I'd seen something that they were talking about that he was going to be in, but it's not on the IMDb yet. Oh, I think it was in a live action remake of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Whether that's real or not, because I saw it. No, just one girl. It's a pool waitress. There you go.
Ordering some fish.
Because, that's what you order from a waitress in a pool is fish.
That ice cream, not the frozen grapes they used to bring around at Port Orleans French Quarter, which was awesome, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's where it was. Is the Disney Facebook page is alleging that, and you never know anymore. This is what the internet annoys me, is that they can make really convincing fake movie posters.
Right.
But one of the sites is talking about potentially the Hunchback being remade with Josh Gad as Quasimodo, Gal Gadot as Esmeralda, Chris Evans as Captain Phoebus, Peter Capaldi as the judge, and Sacha Baron Cohen as Clopin, the Romani leader.
Very cool.
But then you got Jack Black, Kelsey Grammer to be the little gargoyle people, and I was like, wow,
That's awesome.
It's like,
well, figure this. We were talking about this for the last couple of years. Kelsey Grammer is now in the mouse's control.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see Marvels, or you know what happens in the Fox movies now. Beast is canon.
Well, and here we go. Let's just go back in the pool. That's Look at this whole picture. Look at LA then. And the cars that they're all passing. Look, there's space around the vehicles on the freeway.
This was Magic Mountain, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Look, there's Simon.
I don't think I had ever been to LA until the 90s. So I don't know about. I think whatever it was like highly, I don't know if it was matte painting or what they was. It's just highly modified.
You know, this whole entire trip would have been avoided if they had the internet.
Exactly. So let's see. The in the film, the Wally World theme park is represented by Santa Anita Park in Arcadia, California, and Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. Santa Anita's large parking lot and blue tins fascia served as the exterior, while the interior shots were at Magic Mountain. So Notman is correct. Is what you were seeing there in the parking lot is not Magic Mountain, but the stuff inside is.
Such a father. Grab his son, pull him back so he can.
Oh, completely. Uh-oh. Yeah. This is the level of off the rails. If I had driven to Florida and Disney World was closed, you don't. I understand the man deeply at this point. It's like,
would you have gone to the sporting goods store?
Ask me a serious question. Like what? Whoa, punch the moose.
Would you say the mouse owes you?
Exactly, the mouse owes me, man. Owes me a day of fun.
He said no.
Always.
You borrowed Sam's.
Uh-huh. But here we go. We ride all the way down. Yeah, but all problems that the internet would have solved is just seeing, oh, well, the park is closed.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Car with the surfboard, you gotta make it look California-y.
Check the mileage.
And we're back.
What did that mean? Check the mileage.
And here we go. Mr. John Candy, ladies and gentlemen.
What can I do for Mr. Grizzle? He has to make sure that Clark W. Griswold is mentioned at all times.
Oh, I see how he just goes right through the bottom. Yeah, sorry, Parks, for the moose. Sorry, the Moses should have told you. Again, Notman is English, not your primary language.
No.
Maybe a little bit. This also is this a PG-13 or what is this? Because there's a lot of F words in this for a PG-13. But then again,
Yep.
this is scary. A little bit.
Because the security guy absolutely knows how to turn the power on and run the rides.
Well, of course not. That is the no. Mm-hmm.
Like this roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm thinking that possibly just turning it on and riding it, there should probably be someone there like manning the thing. No, this is rated R, by the way. So that explains it.
Yeah.
It's just the things you forget because so many of the times that you've seen it, that you've seen the edited for TV version.
Of course.
Woo! No, nope. So much nope right there. So much nope.
And he's some kind of weasel or something. We just don't know. Speaking of edited for TV.
Yeah, weasel. Oh. So this is John Candy and Eugene Levy like a year before Splash together. Well, I guess they probably never even saw each other on this film. But it'd be funny if it was the SWAT showed up and the LAPD showed up and it was Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd.
Who's Dragnet?
Yes, because that's the music they're playing right there, isn't it? Isn't it fun, honey? The Magnum PI. Whoa. Here we go. I think Walt would show up in gold at that. I think there would be some issues if Walt showed up to the theme parks at this point.
Well, you know who plays Roy Wally, right?
No, who plays Roy Wally?
Roy Disney.
Oh, that explains a lot of things. Woo! Nope. Nope. Nope.
It's like Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, that's a little bigger than Thunder Mountain right there.
Kind of reminds me also of the coaster at Cedar Point in Ohio. That's one
Also,
of the
I've
largest.
never been to Cedar Point.
Oh, it's worth it. Like you could actually, it's so high you could see over the Great Lakes into Canada when it's a clear day.
And that is something I will not be doing ever in my life. Thank you
You're
for that.
part of it.
It's not that I get dizzy. I just don't like them. Just don't like that. It's like if you put that ride inside, golden. Gotcha.
Did you have the overlay at Space Mountain when you went?
No, it was they don't do that. They don't do it a lot here. They do Hyperspace Mountain a lot more in California. I don't know if I've ever been here when they've done it.
Right. See? He looks like his uncle.
Oh yeah, completely. Hmm. He's the talking. Yep, there's the W. Hawaii.
Shut up, Russ.
7 children. It was
The smoke in the back seat.
Yeah. And Harold Ramis.
Dave, John wants to know if you think I'll be able to enter the grid.
Ho ho. It's gonna be a thing. I found it highly enjoyable. Despite my issues with some ride formats. There you go.
Well,
The end credits are not nearly as dynamic.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Nami, for joining us, and hopefully we can get you back on the.
Yes, indeed. We need to have you back here on camera, with us, making snarky comments very soon.
Yes, but thank you very much. But very excited once again that tomorrow, don't forget, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Tickets go on sale for Family Vacation 2. It's going to be one for the ages.
Yes, so much of the fun.
Indeedy do. Dave, anything before we close out?
That's just it. It's just like, stick around, people. We got some really cool episodes of the Jedi Archives is coming up. They've got planned for you this weekend. If you did not watch Daughters of the Galaxy this week, go back and watch that on the replay. Was it this week? Last week? This week?
No, they did last night. They did
last night. Yeah. If you did not watch that, go back and watch that. They did like their holiday gift guide, and they're looking at a lot of small businesses and primarily, I think, women-owned small businesses.
Yes, correct.
And there are tons of great gift-giving ideas for the geeks and the dorks and the nerds in your life, which, go get out there.
Shoot plenty of them. It's all gonna be good. So anyway,
when does the Kanan Saber go on sale for the general public?
General public, I think after this weekend.
So coming soon. You've been waiting on it, Rebels fans.
Yes. But all good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Next week, don't forget, we got the Nerf herders joining the crew as they watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is going to be available on D+. And it's all going to be good. So from Dave and Spencer saying, may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you all.